Dr. Kemi Lawrence, it's Monday, the 21st of October, 2024. Let's talk about this tragic story that happened over the weekend in Imo State. I'm very much back in journalism, but I think that many of these insecurity issues need to be personalized because we're not focusing on them. Now, up above me, you can see an airport. Okay, some of the wordings are marked off or fallen off, but it's Bakwe. Okay, Sam Bakwe International Cargo Airport. Now, let me tell you what that is. You know what an international airport is? An international airport is basically international. You're gonna see foreign airlines come in there. Okay, an international cargo airport, you're going to see airlines that are foreign bringing cargo into Nigeria. Let me give you an example. We have flowers and produce and things coming from South Africa, Middle East, all that. So you might see, let me give you an example of this. When I was in Ghana earlier this year in March for the African Games, the Airbnb we stayed at, if you remember, I always put the camera out on the balcony because it was near the airport. So I like to get planes because I do a lot of aviation reporting. Now, in the middle of the night, I don't know if you can vividly remember, like 1:30 in the morning, West African time, one giant A350 went by in the middle of the morning and it said Emirates. On flight radar, it was Emirates. I'm like, Emirates coming at this time. It was actually Emirates cargo. So when I looked on flight radar, I noticed that it was a giant plane, but no people in there. It's just stuff. So that's what cargo planes do. Okay, it could be DHL coming from anywhere in the world. Those are cargo planes. So now they put them separately sometimes, and any area in Nigeria that can host them, okay, host them. So Sam Bakwe International Cargo Airport is in Imo State, and it's in Ngo local government in Imo State. And what happened in that community? Okay, the community is called Logara. Logara community. There was a woman killed there over the weekend, a pregnant woman. Mrs. Chiwendu Amadi. You won't hear this in the news because she's not rich, she's not famous, she's not important. If you know the woman I'm talking about, please send me the picture. Okay, kemiolunlawyer444 at gmail.com. All right, it's still my old email with the old name. Kemi Olunloyo. Spell Olunloyo properly, Olunloyo. Kemi Olunloyo 444 at gmail.com. I need the photo of that woman. You know what I always say? The faces of the dead must always remain in the news. They must never be forgotten. So what happened to Mrs. Amadi? Mrs. Chiwendu Amadi was a pregnant woman who lived in Logara community in Ngokpala local government in Imo State. And what happened to her was some hoodlums. Okay, this has been going on. Hoodlums would come to that airport in the bushes there and terrorize the community. The people in the community, okay, banded together, and there's a youth group there. I can't pronounce the entire name, but it's OYM. Okay, OYM Youth Group. They gave Festus Keyamo and the Federal Airport and Aviation Authority, FAN, okay, an ultimatum that they will shut down operations. Now, don't play with these youths. Okay, Nigeria is not where we used to be. We're changing. Voices are coming out every corner. People are speaking out about all this injustice going on in the country. President Tinubu, I will keep calling your name. Governor Hope Uzodima, his lady Chinyere is still over there in Imo State. Imo people, come on this video, share it hardly. Lady Chinyere, you are a female deputy governor. You need to take care of this for me, Lady Chinyere. Her Excellency, you need to get on this. Mrs. Amadi was raped and she was pregnant. After raping her, they killed her. You see these hoodlums, they've been terrorizing this community, Logara community, for a long time. And these are small places. They have no access to media unless it's like word of mouth from an eyewitness. This woman, they found her in some of the bushes behind this airport. In fact, they found her near one of the runways. Imagine, after they raped and killed her, They now threw her. She was like at the edge of the runway near the bushes there. Even if she needed help and nobody could come to her, a plane could kill her too. I mean, this is just gruesome. Why? What did she do? What did she do? Why are we like this in Nigeria? People, you need to step up and do something. Emo people, please send me the photo of that lady. Her face must be in the news and never be forgotten. Rest in peace to Mrs. Amadi and her baby, raped and killed, and her family. This is just bad. Okay, so let me know, okay? Kemi Olunloyo444 at gmail.com. I want to plaster her face everywhere for all these lawmakers and stuff. I'm going to find out who's in charge of Ngokpala local government. Is that Imo South? Please tell me in the comments. I want to go find out who the lawmaker is. As I'm telling you this now, it's Monday. You know I date my work. This is a standard in journalism. That's how they train us in America. Today is Monday, the 21st of October, 2024. And this happened over the weekend. I bet you the lawmakers and the senator for that area, they've never heard of this. They probably haven't heard of this. Everybody's just too busy with all this nonsense about risky and stuff. People's lives are in danger. And the youth has given FAN an ultimatum to make sure they curb the insecurity in the community, or else they're going to stop operations. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Mr. Kiyamo, Festus, if you're listening and if you're watching, these kids are going to grind operations. And when they grind operations, there's nothing you can do. When you see youth, the OYM youth there, when they now come on the runway with placards and sit on the runway, your planes can't take off or land. That's just it. And then it'll stop us from getting the cargo. Some of us that we need things coming in that cargo, we wouldn't get them. My uncle was a pilot before he passed away years ago. And he used to fly from Egypt, from Middle East to Egypt. They brought flowers and produce and fruits and everything. And South Africa as well. South Africa has a lot of produce and things they have to bring. You know what I mean? Like I was telling you about this Emirates cargo plane. If you've been to Ghana, if you've ever traveled over there, you'll notice that a lot of things in Ghana and their supermarkets are imported. And all those drink series, we don't do series in Nigeria. It's coming from South Africa. Cargo planes do a lot of work. So Sam Bakwe airports will be grounded, or Mr. Keyamo. So Mr. Keyamo fan and all that. This video, I want to bring it to Mr. Keyamo's attention so much because this youth are just saying they're giving FAN ultimatum. But who is in charge of FAN? The aviation minister needs to know this story. Everybody, especially if you're watching my video on X, tag Festus Keyamo. Thank you, everyone.